Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. I want to talk about Walmart. I recently bought the stock again. I sold it. I sold it a while back. If you look at it precisely, I sold it like June 2nd, and then I bought again at this dip right here. So 150 is where I bought this again, and I won't say a lot of thought process, but I really just looked for a break of support level to buy this. I wanted to get in at 95.6, 95.5, and I wanted you guys to see what I end up getting in at. I end up getting in at 94.80. I looked at the pre-market status. So basically what I did was I logged into, I went on Safari and I just looked up Walmart pre-market trading, and I saw that the stock fell down to like 94.9, 94.7-ish, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in at 94.8. I want to take this to 199, 100 again. Okay, slowly I want to reel in more profit. Last time I had 100 in, this time I had 150 in. I'm gonna keep recycling this, and if this doesn't go up, that's fine, right? Tariff news comes out in a couple weeks, whatever, we drop down lower, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy more. Okay, the goal is take this back up to 99. Okay, at least 99, 99.50, right? That is a good, honestly, that is a good section to start taking profit for me. And I'm gonna get out with more than I did last time. As y'all can see, it's 7.43 up there. Last time I only had 100, and I got out with, what was it, $4, right? And when you're working with small capital, for example, your savings heavy, okay, and let's say you want to pay for your college or you want to pay off your debt, you don't have a lot of capital to trade with or a lot of capital to invest with. But what you can do is slowly grow that capital while learning, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. If you look at my buys, they're very well done. Okay, look at this. I'm buying at 84, and I'm buying. This is me collecting dividends right here, okay? But I'm buying whenever this is low, okay? I don't care if my average cost per share is 94.50, 99.80, whatever. If I see the stock is lower, more than $5 or $4, that is a sign to buy. That is a good buy. I'm gonna throw down more money every single time, okay? But I'm still gonna do risk management. I'm still gonna look at it overall. Okay, this stock was at one point up 55% over the year, which is good, which is good returns. So let's go over to some notes I have. All right, first things first, the stock's performance over last 5 years. Okay, total return of 159%. So $1,000 5 years ago would be worth $2,600. Okay, I know that doesn't sound a lot when you're, obviously trading every day and you're just playing around with thousands of dollars, or you're playing around with hundreds of dollars. That amount doesn't look a lot. But if we're talking numbers and we're talking dividends that you reinvest, let's say $20,000. $20,000 is not an amount you can play around with, right? That's somebody's lifetime savings right now. Okay, but you got to give and take. So $20,000 up 150% or 159, whatever, that will be a profit of $31,000. So even though right now I'm putting down a little bit of money here and getting out of Walmart, I want you guys to realize Walmart is one of my long-term stocks. This is one of the golden stocks. I'm just gonna buy. I'm not gonna sell. The only reason I'm selling on Cash App is I'm trying to understand the stock. I'm trying to understand patterns. I'm trying to understand the dips. So I'm typically gonna work, right? I'm gonna work my job. In my long terms, I'm just going to load those up for 5 years, load those up for 5 to 4 years, load those up. I'm going to have a set amount in Walmart. I'm going to keep investing. Either it's $200 or $300. $200 to $300 is nothing, right? But over time, when I'm adding this into my Webull account, okay, I'm visioning this. So here's the importance of practice. So right now, if I look at this, I want to see one of my purchases all the way back. Actually, let's go all the way back here, all the way back to I think 2023. Okay, no, 2024. Okay, look at this. This is so funny to me. I bought $6.18 of Walmart March 4, 2024. Okay, think about that. If I would have March 4, 2024, since then, okay, March 4, 2024, let's go there. So May, April, February, let's just take March right here. Okay, $60. If I would have just invested in Walmart in March 2024 and let $150 sit in there, okay, look where my investment would have been now. I would have had an average cost of about $60, right? And I would have been up well over 25-30%. Okay, but I realized that, right? Cash App is it's definitely not the brokerage I'm going to use. Okay, let's be for real. Cash App is it's a stepping stone for me. It's somewhere I'm learning, I'm growing, right? And that should be your goal as well. I'm not gonna sit here and say what you should and should not do. I'm just showing you my way, and I'm showing you what has been working for me. All my sales have been on profit. If I'm losing, I don't sell. Okay, one of my main things to make quick money is day trading / swing trading. So keep that in mind. My long terms are not going to get touched. I'm gonna keep loading those up. If it's Nvidia, I'm gonna play options in those, but that's a whole nother story. Okay, but so if we talk numbers, $20,000 would have a total value right now of $51,000. So this is a good consistent growth you can have on the side while day trading. I want to trade 2 to 3 times a week. Right? But on the side, what am I doing? What am I doing if I'm losing those trades? I have money parked in ETFs. I have money parked in long-term investments that are making me money. And on top of that, I have my job that I'm going day to day at, right? And I have that separate savings account built on the side. So that is how you really diversify your income. You don't just keep one thing in one spot and hope it goes up. That is not the right way to do it. I'm going to give you 3 plays that are going to go up and up and up the next 5 years. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that later on. Give me till August and September. I want things to be finalized real quick. Okay, so why Walmart is a strong pick even with tariffs? Consumer stable exposure. So as simple as that. Groceries and household items remain demand regardless of trade fortunes. So whatever Trump says, whatever China says, we're going to end up having to go to the groceries, right? Oh my God, tariffs just went up 60%. I'm going to stop eating. Nobody says that, right? You're going to need some necessities at your house. You're going to need bread, milk, egg, whatever the case might be. And there's a Walmart typically 10 minutes down the store almost every single town I've been around, okay? So keep that in mind. Look at the business moat. I don't know if you guys know what that means. Look at basically what attracts consumers to keep going to Walmart. Low prices, they have low profit margins, but they focus on delivering more and more to their customers. If you have 10 products with, let's say, a low profit of $1 for each product, and you sold all 10 products, but Kroger has $3 on their products for 10 products, and they're only selling 4 products because their products are more expensive. If you want to be a smart long-term investor, where are you going to go? I'm going to go with Walmart. I'm going to go with Kroger. No, I mean, if you say you're going to go with Kroger, that's the bad pick because they're not efficiently producing more sales because of their strategy. That's how I look at it. All right. So stable margins plus earnings, and then panic sales will happen. I want you guys to realize whatever happens in July, it's part of the game. There is going to be drop-offs. Look at this drop-off that happened this year. This drop-off to 83. I'm so glad I bought this drop-off. Or no, I bought the drop-off of, I think, 84, 85, yep. And that's the best thing you can do is keep buying that level. Because this is an opportunity to get in. As simple as that, right? Look how much you would have been up if you just put 10,000 right here and just sit back and chill, right? You would have been up in a matter of a couple weeks. So when other people have fear, right, and they don't have confirmation, and this is their first rodeo, that's when you got to step in and throw down the big amount of money. And if you have that parked on the side, if you're 25 with $60,000 saved, right, or 28, 29, you're really strong with your savings, and you see a moment like this in the market where big name companies are down, we're breaking support level after support level, what are you doing? You have to buy. As simple as that, right? So that is all for the video. I'm going to talk about panic sales more starting July. I feel like next month is going to be a down month based on certain news that's going to come out. July 8th is going to be a surprising day based on tariffs, and I can almost guarantee they're going to try to shake up the market again, okay? But that's exactly what I want to happen. I want to see SPY under 580 again, okay? It's going to get real exciting when we can dump more money in. It's going to happen sooner or later. So far, 2025 is not a bad year for stocks, I would say. We're just maintaining some levels. I think Nvidia can still go to 160, 170 by the end of this year. I do see another drop off to like 135. I might enter 135. I've been at that level before, and I like that level, actually. I like to average down from 135, take it to 129. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. A little rundown on Walmart, my thoughts on it. This is definitely one of my long-term stocks. I'm going to load this thing up and collect a lot of dividends on it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Mr. BuyTheDip is out.